Hi there. Are you ready for the quadratic formula? It really is a fun formula because it's something you can use so often when you're doing math, especially a little higher level math. Now, interesting thing about the quadratic formula is there are two different parts to it. What do I mean by that? Watch. First of all, there's the form. The form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. In other words, when you're looking at an equation, if it has a similar form to that, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then most likely it's a quadratic equation. Okay? Now, once you have found it, or you may not even find it, maybe it's going to be told to you, hey, this is a quadratic equation. Please solve it. Okay? That's usually what you're going to see. Okay, if you have one of those situations, what's the formula? I'm glad you asked. Watch. You got x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now, before you get all washed out and thinking, oh my God, I'm in different directions, just relax, because it's all A, B, C. Like that, huh? Anyway, A is going to be what? Well, we look at ax squared plus bx plus c. Well, let's take this. This is the equation we're looking at right now. 5x squared plus 6x plus 1 equals 0. In other words, you've been told this is a quadratic equation. Please solve it. 5x squared plus 6x plus 1 equals 0. So what do I do with it? A, B, C. Remember? Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. What's the A? The A is 5. Okay? See that? Compare to that. 5. And what's B? There's B, bx. So you got 6x right here. So B is 6. And you got plus c, the 1, all by itself. That's c equals 1. So A equals 5, B equals 6, and C equals 1. A, B, and C. Now, you take those numbers and put them where the formula is. X is equal to negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC over 2A. Which means, watch, the 6 come up here, B equals 6 comes down here. It's negative B, that comes down here. And then plus or minus the square root of 6 squared, which is b squared. See, that's b, 6, b squared. And then you have the, what is this? 4 times what? 5. Where did I get the 5? I got the 5 up here where a is. Remember, 4 times AC. A is right there. That's 5 right there. And then you got, this is C right here. What's C? C is 1 times 1. Okay? I know you're following me, you just don't want to admit it. Anyway, so you got negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus, and then 4 times 5 times 1. Right? I put them in parentheses to make it all simplified. So what happens? It's divided by 2 times 5. Remember, A is equal to 5. Right? 2 times 5. Bring it down one more step. Negative 6 plus or minus the square root of, what's 6 times 6? 6 squared. Right there, 6 squared is 36. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay? Subtracting 4 times 5 is 20, times 1 is 20. There you have your 20 right there. Okay? Yeah, you're getting it. I can tell. You're smiling. Aren't you smiling? Anyway, 36 minus 20, 36 minus 20, negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 20 over 10. 2 times 5 is 10, there's 10. X equals, okay? X equals Negative 6 plus or minus 4 over 10. So what do you have? It's either 6, negative 6 plus 4 is going to be negative 2. Negative 2 over 10 will give you negative 0.2. Or it's going to be negative 6 minus 4, which will be negative 10, which will be negative 10 over 10, which will be negative 1. Now that got a little tricky at the end, but I think it makes sense. See? The quadratic formula is pretty straightforward. Just remember, you got to find out what this is here. What's the equation first? Then use the A, B, C to put into these numbers here. And then just multiply and do an exponent here and divide and you get your answer. It is pretty good, isn't it? All right. Enough of me. Your teacher is now ready. That teacher of yours has all the answers. Later.